Hello, hello, hello. It's Sales Director Sonyayvettehawkins in Omaha, Nebraska. And oh my goodness, I've been talking to my unit about leads. If you're anything like me and really like the rest of us, sometimes in your Mary Kay business, you feel like, who's supporting my business? How do I get customers? How do I keep going? It can be frustrating, right? Let's just be honest. It can be frustrating. And it has happened to every single one of us. I promise you, nobody out there has just gone out there and just boom, magically had 1,000,001 customers just like that simply because they put one post on Facebook or one post on Instagram or made one video or asked five people. We've all had to do some actual work. Imagine that. Do some actual work to get customers in our Mary Kay business. But here's the thing. Here's what I have come to realize. I spent so many years working for, being a good employee, and working for companies, working for bosses, working for, all these millionaire people. And I put in hard days, whether it was 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours in a day. And I worked hard. I've always been a hard worker for other people. But for once in my life, I felt like it was time to begin to work hard for me, right? Work hard for me. And so I began to realize if I put just a little bit of that same energy that I put into working for everyone else into myself, that I could find customers and I could grow my business. Because here's the truth. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care about the hate speeches that are out there. I don't care about the people that are like anti-MLM, which we're not, but that's for a whole nother day. I don't care about all that stuff, because for every one of those people, they're loud, but it doesn't make them right. They're loud, but it does not make them right. There are so many people out there who love Mary Kay, who love the products that you have to offer. There's so many people out there with skincare issues that would love to hear about solutions that you have that can help them solve them. And so now it's up to you to make yourself available so that they can find you. So if you're a chicken like me, and warm chatting is not your thing, I get it. Here is my solution. So lead boxes, maybe you've heard about them before. I'm not a super crafty person. So all those little cute boxes that people put together, that's not my thing. It's not my thing. I'm just not crafty like that. My stuff does not come out that cute. So I'm all about simple, easy, give me step-by-step directions. So here is some help. Hopefully for you, this will help you out. So here is my lead box. In this jar, let's just tell you first and foremost, Dollar Tree. Mind you, the prices have gone up. And when I'm recording this, it's 2022. So the prices have gone up to $1.25 instead of $1. So it should be $1.25 tree. But you guys get it. So these come from Dollar Tree. I've got them in, let's see, pink and green, I believe. So there you have it, okay? And I'm one that I never really got into that whole, I didn't like the drawing idea. Like put your name in here, you're getting entered into a drawing. And I never really liked that idea because the purpose is so that we can get all the names in here, right? And we can contact each and every single person. So if you're doing a drawing, that's fine. And that's completely up to you. And maybe you've got like some big basket of products or something you're giving away. And so maybe that's what your drawing is for. And if that's what you're doing, hey, great. I don't have a big basket of products I'm giving away. I really just want to pamper everyone. I want to do a facial for every single person. And so I was super excited to find something that was already made up that fit with what I wanted to do. I didn't want to do a drawing. And here's why. I didn't want 3 or 4 friends to come into a place together and see this jar and say, "Ooh, a drawing," and all 3 of them fill out a slip and put it in there. And then I contact all 3 and say, "You want." You know what I'm saying? It just me. So anyway, get over myself, right? So I found this on, I think it's called Shani's Office. If you've not heard of it in Mary Kay, oh my goodness, look it up. She's fabulous. I'm probably saying her name wrong, but there's so much good information on her website. Just look her up. I promise you'll find it. Just Google it. Shani, Shani, I believe. And if you put Shani and Mary Kay, I'm sure you'll figure it out. So anyway, these were on her website, and I could be wrong, but I want to say maybe these were originally created by Michelle Cunningham. Don't quote me on that. So anyway, she's got lots of things on her website. And so this is one that I found. And here's what it says. It says, register here for a fun and complimentary facial and a free mini lash intensity mascara. Fill out an entry form or drop a business card in. So I like this for many reasons. Number one, representative. I mean, obviously I'm Black. Let's just be real. A lot of times when I see things that are public, marketing, whatever, for any brand, not just Mary Kay, but for any brand, I often wish, dang, I wish there was somebody in that picture that looked like me. So I really like this because, number one, it does have the picture there. Okay. So then it works for anybody, right? So I love that. I love the fact that it says everyone's getting a facial. Everyone's getting a facial. So it tells the truth up front. I love that. I love that. And it says they're getting a free mini mascara. You could do something else. I'm sure those creative people out there who know how to use Canva and all those things, you could change this to say they're getting something different. But I just like the fact that it's very clear that everyone's getting a facial. You're not registering to win. Everyone's getting the same thing. So I like this idea. Recently, I started putting my card in here as well because I want them to be able to see my beautiful face. Yay. No, I want them to see my face, but then I also wanted them to have my information, because what if someone comes across this lead jar and they're like, oh my goodness, I've been looking for Mary Kay. I want this product or I need that. Then I want them to be able to just contact me directly and not wait and hope that I pull their name out of here. Okay. So that's the first thing, is how to do this. So if you want to know the specifics, I mean, you could really just print these off and cut them. I did play around with the sizes to try to figure out what size I wanted on here. And I used sticker paper so that it actually stuck to it, so I didn't have a bunch of tape everywhere. But anyway, those, details, whatever. So here's what I do with these. Is I go to local places. So local coffee shops, hair salons, nail salons, small restaurants, lots of small owned businesses, daycares, places like that. And for me personally, in my city, I know a lot of people. I have a ton of friends on Facebook. That's a whole nother post. Maybe I'll talk about that one day. I have a ton of friends on Facebook. And because of that, I'm pretty connected to a lot of things and a lot of people. So in many cases, there are owners of these salons and restaurants and things that were people that I either personally know, or I kind of know them because we've been following each other on Facebook for a while. We've commented on each other's stuff, that kind of thing. So some of those are kind of easy because I was able to just message them and say, hey, can I leave this lead jar at your office? There are other places that I just literally walked into and just asked. And so what did I say? When I'm super fearful and I'm super afraid and I'm nervous, then I offer something. So when I went into a couple of hair salons where I didn't know the people, I had no connection whatsoever, I just kind of walked in, and I happened to have a bunch of these left over because I bought a ton of them. So I had a bunch of these left over. And so I walked in and I simply said, hey, my name is Sonya. I'm with Mary Kay. I am giving away free facials. And so I would love to leave this jar here. And then I have these. I should have showed you these. My bad. Let me find one. So here's what the form looks like. Again, on Shawnee's office, you can find these. And it's an entry slip for complimentary pampering facial package. So again, it matches what it says there. They're getting a complimentary package. And it just asks for their name, their cell phone, whether they prefer a text or a phone call, their age, so that I know they're old enough. I'm currently working with a Mary Kay consultant, yes or no. So we get that up front. And then I would like to share my pampering package with 2 or 3 friends, yes or no. Okay, so that's what this says. Again, you can find those on Shawnee's office. So anyway, I usually have 2 or 3 of these already filled out and folded up in there with a couple of the names of my consultants and myself, just because it's easier for other people to fill something out and put it in there if they know there's already some in there. It's just psychological. So anyway, I had a couple of these left over, and I went into beauty salons and I just asked, hey, my name is Sonya. I'm with Mary Kay, and I would love to leave this jar here. And here's what I've got. I've got 15 slips here. And if you get these filled out, these people are going to get a free facial and a free mini mascara. And if you get all 15 of them filled out by the time I come back in 1 week, I am going to give you this box of goodies. And I don't tell them everything that's in here, but I do take off the sleeve. I'm not going to do it now. I do take off the sleeve and open up and show them that there are 12 individually wrapped gifts that they get to have. And so I found that when I do that, it gives them an incentive to make sure they get them filled out. So it's not just sitting somewhere on a table hoping that somebody will see it. It gives them an incentive. And so when I did that, what I found was that those nail salons, those beauticians, whoever, within a couple of days, they were calling me going, hey, I filled out all my slips. And some of them even said, do you want to bring me some more? That kind of thing. So that worked really great when I gave an incentive. It doesn't have to be something big like that. I was trying to go bold. That was when I was working on finishing my unit, and getting our first car and all that. So I was willing to give away a lot. Now, if you're doing restaurants, nail salons, hair salons, whatever, one thing they all have in common is they wash their hands up pretty often. So, I mean, go in there with hand soap. Offer them a free hand soap. It's only $5 for you, so you're not missing out on anything at all. It's only $5. So offer them a hand soap. And if it's those type of places, sometimes they have different traffic that comes in every so often. Nail salons and hair salons, sometimes they have the same traffic, but restaurants and other places, a lot of times they have different traffic that comes in often. And so if you're allowed to leave it there over an extended amount of time, maybe you come back every 2 weeks. Maybe you come back every 2 weeks, and every time they've got the slips filled out, you can give them a free gift, and the free gift is hand soap or satin hand set or hand cream or whatever. Those are things that they are going to need and use. So here's what happens. When it comes to daycare centers, those I will only leave for about a week, maybe 2 at the most, because this is going to be the same people over and over and over again. Okay. There's not going to be a huge turnover when it comes to daycare. Again, nail salons, hair salons, restaurants, nail salons and hair salons, you may get a lot of the same people. But if you leave it there for an extended amount of time, there is a chance that maybe they have new customers. Okay. So those can work maybe a little longer. Restaurants, you should be able to leave those there for an extended amount of time and just put on your calendar every 2 weeks to come in. So what do I do when I come in? When I come back, if it's one of those where I've challenged them and I've said, fill them all out and you get a gift, then I come back with a gift and I'm all excited and I hand them the gift. And I always trade. So I always have a new one ready to go. It doesn't matter which color. It doesn't have to be the same thing. But I always have a new one ready to go. Again, with 3 new slips in there that I've already filled out. So it looks like it's already got some slips in there. And then a stack of about 15 new slips for people to fill out and a pen. Again, Dollar Tree. Because if they don't have many names in there, I don't want them to feel embarrassed. I don't want them to feel apologetic, whatever. I just go in, I grab the old one, and I sit down the new one, place the new slips there and the pen, and I'm out the door. And that's it. And then when I get to my car, then that's when I check and see what's inside. Does that make sense? So again, it's not making them feel bad or you feel bad because you're digging through and you're like, oh, there's only one name, whatever, that kind of thing. So that's what I do. And what I love about it is it's not cold calling. It's not, warm chatting, and these people clearly see that it's Mary Kay and they want it. They've put their name in there, and so now you've got some new leads. So I absolutely love it. It's a great idea. I've gotten tons and tons and tons of names, and my goal is every week to find new places to leave these so that I have 10 to 15 to 20 of these out in and about around the city all at once, so that when one only has one name in it, another one may have 10 and another one may have 3, and then I'm always getting names. Does that make sense? So I hope that helps. Hopefully I explained it well, gave you some new ideas. I'm sure you can come up with stuff even better. You can probably come up with a way better system than my little jar that I have, but hey, it works for me. And it's not stressful for me to put together. So there you have it. How can you get some leads for your Mary Kay business? Find some local small businesses. Leave your lead jar. Again, you do not have to give away gifts. There are tons of coffee shops out there that are not concerned about your gifts, but they already have tables and places where you can leave stuff. And so you can just go in and check and make sure, I saw you guys have a table over there. Is it okay if I leave my lead jar there? And they say, yeah. And you leave it there and just make sure you come back about every 2 weeks and change it out so that you're getting new names. So there you go. I would love for you to comment and let me know if this helped you. Let me know if you've had any any extra ideas, ways that you've been doing this that have worked for you and have helped you, because if so, the rest of us would love to use those ideas as well. So good luck. Good luck. Don't give up. Don't give up on your business. Don't give up on you. Believe in yourself. You are unstoppable.